Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Today let me show you how to a tip how to fix your leak problem, your oil cooler leak problem. Usually I always recommend you buying the OEM one, but if you haven't buy the OEM one, if you bought the one from Amazon, this is oil cooler for a 3.5 liter. They have it in the Toyota Sienna, and also they have it for the RAV4, sometimes the Camry. So this has happened to my friend. He bought the one. He replaced one of my video. I asked you to replace with the metal piece, and this is the rubber piece that usually that erupt because if it's hot and you keep for a long time, it's erupt, and then you get a overheating problem, and it could ruin your engine. So I recommend you replace it. If you have the rubber one, go ahead and replace it with the metal one. And the problem here is a lot of people having problem is if they don't buy the OEM metal piece, but they buy the aftermarket one, which is you can get it from eBay or Amazon, and after they install it, it's a leak. So let me get this off. Let me show you. So they install it and it leak on this area right here. So when you install it, it's leak because the OEM one, they resurface this thing really good with the spec, and then if you bought the aftermarket one, which is not very high quality, so when they resurface this, they didn't do a really good job, so it create a leak. And when you have your gasket in like this, and then when you install it, it's still leaking. So this is my solution for it. You need to get a Anaerobic gasket maker. This is from Permatex. So you need this, right? So what you need to do is just take it out, right? And then put some around this two hole right here. So but out on the outer edge like this. So you put some of them out on the outer edge. Let me show you. So make sure you put some of them on the outer edge like this, but not close to the hole, okay? So you're trying to minimize the gasket maker from getting inside the hole, like that. And then after that, you put the gasket on top of it, and then you install it in. So the reason you want to get this one, let's see, this is a Permatex 51813, okay? 51813. Anaerobic gasket maker, okay? Make sure you get this one. Well, the reason I asked you to get this one because it's safe. It's safe to do this. So don't get the regular gasket, okay? You have to get this one, 51813, okay? Anaerobic, okay? Make sure the anaerobic one. So this is safe because this only activate when there's no oxygen on it, which means is if you put this thing, compress it with another metal, that's the only, and then in the middle, right, when you compress it right in the middle, there's no oxygen in there. So when there's no oxygen, this is start to cure, okay? They only cure when there's no oxygen, okay? So even if you have a little if you have a little bit of the gasket maker inside the oil, it will just stay soft like this. It won't dry up. It won't cure. So even if this go into the oil, it's just gonna stuck inside your oil filter, and it won't cure, so it won't become hard. So you're okay. So the next oil change you did, you just need to change the oil filter, and you take all this stuff out. So the only time it's clear is when there's no oxygen. So that's the good part. So you can use this for your oil cooler line. Okay, if you bought the aftermarket one, and after you install it and it's leaking, usually you bought it for the one for from Amazon or eBay, the aftermarket one. Okay, because like I said, the machinery, when they do when they send this down, they didn't do a good job, so that's why you got the leak, not the OEM one. If you bought the OEM from Toyota itself, the metal piece, then you won't likely get the leak problem, the oil leak problem. But if you get the aftermarket one, you will. Most likely you will, because the way they resurfaced the area on the top here, and also this top part right here too. So you might likely gonna get a leak problem. So that's the solution for it. So also this one, as you see, all this old gasket is still stuck in here. So you need to get all those out, or you need to get all this out and clean it really good before you install into the engine block. Okay, if you don't do that, if you left any piece just like this one, it's gonna create a leak, and that's gonna be a problem. So if you bought an aftermarket one, and most of the time the aftermarket is the one that causing the oil leak, then this is your solution right there. Get this, okay? Cannot say enough. Anaerobic gasket maker. Get this one, 51813. I'm gonna put a link on my video description, so you can get one yourself. I trust Permatex. It's a good brand, and it worked. So what happened is, my friend, he have a Toyota RAV4 with the rubber cooling. So I told him to change it to the metal one, but and I also told him to buy the OEM one, the metal OEM oil cooler line, and well, he didn't listen to me, so he said it's too expensive, so or he couldn't find it, so he went on eBay, and he bought the aftermarket one. And then after he installed for a few days, and then he noticing there's a big oil leak on this area right here. So so when he installed, it's leaking down on the bottom right here. So he told me like, why is leaking, right? And I told him, that you bought the OEM oil cooler metal oil cooler line, or you bought the aftermarket one? And he said he couldn't find it, or I don't know, he couldn't find it, or he didn't want to find it because he think like the metal line is more expensive. And he bought the aftermarket one. He bought the one from eBay, and he got the leak. and then since it's when he bought it, and then when he installed, the time difference is over 30 days, so he cannot return it. So he asked me what can he do. So and then I give him this tip right here. I told him to go to Amazon and get this, the 81513, and trying to reinstall it with with this in. And he followed my direction, and he installed it, and then with the gasket maker in, and it stopped the leak, so it worked. And he been driving it for like almost a month and a half now, with no problem, no engine problem. Everything's back to normal, no more leaking. So that's why I give you guys this tip, okay? So hopefully that helped someone. If you need to if you need to solve the problem of your oil cooler, the aftermarket or metal oil cooler line that is leaking after you install. So here it is. So make sure you remember it, and like I said, I have the Amazon link for the gasket maker on my video description. So if you need it, just go ahead and buy one. This thing is pretty cheap. I think it's like $15 or $10 or something like that. So it's pretty cheap. So that's it. That's it for this video. And I will see you guys on the next video. All right, bye.